Oh, hi there. It is Wednesday and time for another day of Shogi, 10-minute Shogi on Shogi Wars. This Monday's stream went pretty well. Played Shogi Club 24 yesterday, didn't go so well, and then had some fun, played a lot of 10-second games again at Shogi Wars. And I'm on a bit of a Shogi Wars kick, and I'm on a bit of a Shogi Club 24 dip. So glad to be on Shogi Wars today. See if this keeps up. Got steam in my glasses from the tea. And that's it. Hope everyone's doing well today. I am going to start. It is still... I noticed on the mobile app, I played off stream last night. After the stream yesterday, later on in the evening, I played a single game of 10-second Shogi and on mobile. And I noticed that mobile is on 10.2.1 and the web is still on 10.2.0. I don't know if maybe that's a minor fix just for mobile or what. But anyway, I'm mentioning it. I found it interesting. May not be interesting at all, but I thought I'd mention it. So anyway, here we are. Game start. Normal. I've got I set Fujimori Tetsuya as the voice last night. Just it's been a lot with Minao. And so I thought I'd switch it up again. They run their course. They run out of steam, just like anyone. And got to give them a chance to rest. And got to let the others have a chance to shine. Okay.
あなたが先手です。
西です。
対局開始。
よろしくお願いします。
嬉しの流。
嬉しの流。See if we get our
鳥差し。
鳥差し。So what is it? It is what's this? They drop the pawn, I take the pawn with the rook. So I should know better what to do here. I should be able to insta-move these. It's 100%. Hey, Ivan, nice to see you. You missed me. But, well, I mean, I've been streaming. Right? Or is this something else? I have not seen someone do this. This is an interesting tack here. Because if he drops the rook, or yeah, he drops the pawn, I go back, he drops the bishop, I take, he takes, and then I take the rook, or the knight. And I'm up a knight. And a silver for a is it too much material? Well, I mean, I'm sure he has counterplay, but I think it is too much material for him. I think normally the next move is bishop drop on the head. So if I take the lance, take the lance. Let's drop the pawn. Let's drop the pawn. Get it off this diagonal. Okay. Okay. I think I still want the lance drop. Can I drop the knight? Let's still do it. Let's still do it. If I drop the knight here, silver comes up. I drop the bishop.
7分。
Hmm. Okay. We got our one gap. Okay. Hey Fortune, hey Tulip, nice to see you both. Oh, and double saw. I didn't actually greet you. I responded to your message, but I didn't actually greet you. So greetings. And then oh gosh, what is this? Is that go 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 go? Wait, go 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 gone. Oh gosh, what is this? Apologies. Let me try to translate so I can pronounce. Go 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 gon zaresu. Greetings. Yes, I love Urashino Ryu. I started as a Nakabisha player, and a while into it, I was having so much trouble defending against Urashino Ryu. So, and my studies were not helping. So I decided I would just play it to try to see how people beat me using it. And the rest is history. I've just stayed with it for a long time. And this particular Torizashi line is from Koshiro, who is one of the strongest shogi players ever outside of Japan. And you get into the normal Torizashi, and then he calls it a quick engage, and that's what I call it. But essentially, we leave the silver back on 3-9 so that we can make this exchange and then get the drop. But I would like to see. Do I know the snow roof? Yes. Yeah. Well, I know snow roof gangi. You know that is a very common. Gangi in conjunction with a fifth file rook is a very common counter, I suppose you could say, to Urashino Ryu. Wait, don't say that. You're laughing too much. Wait, don't say what? Don't say what? Don't say what? Wait, what did I say? Did I unwittingly say something funny, or did I mispronounce the name? Did I mispronounce Gon Zerisu? Oh, no. Go. Not goo. Ah, Gonzerisu. Ah, great to see you, Transport. Thank you. Yeah, that makes sense. So maybe are you a Go player with the name of Gonzalez? We get a lot of Go players on the stream. I do, even though this felt pretty straightforward. I want to make sure. I just want to solidify that I did that I handled this okay, because I have not. I get this every single time, and I should be able to insta drop 2-1 if that is the right move. But then the next move was novel to me. My snow roof. Well, I don't make snow roof very often. I rarely do it. It's been good for me when I've made it. So the times that I end up in snow roof is often against Migi Shiken, fourth file right hand rook for the opponent, and I'll somehow transpose into that. Speaking of other openings, Jack-o'-lantern had a great idea that I should play American Mukai Bisha on July 4th. So on July 4th, I think I am going to be in town. Actually, let me check right now, because I'm going to be in New Jersey at some point. In the next month. But I don't think July 4th is the date. No. So I'll be home on July 4th. I'll be home on July 4th. So the plan is going to be to do a American Mukai Bisha marathon. And he's going to write up some ideas for that opening. I assume he has some Japanese resources. He speaks Japanese and is a great shogi Japanese translator. So I think he's going to try to put together some sort of basic study for it, and then I'm gonna marathon it if I can. If I can, I think my daughter is going to grad school, so we're going to be bringing her. We're going to be helping move her in. I am not meeting up with Jeannie. I would love to. I'm not sure. It's whenever we're there, it's going to be sort of in the middle of a week. I have someone in Brooklyn who I'd like to go see. I would love to see Adrena Shogi, but unfortunately it's not on the weekend when they might have a Shogi meetup. That would be incredible. I'd love to see Adrena Shogi and Snowpiercer R and Bano-san and their leader, who I met and I don't remember his name. They've got a nice club. They have a real nice shogi club in New York. So I wanted to copy this in. Add this to miscellaneous games 1. So we do our thing. Okay. At relatively low depth, the engine is preferring right now 2-1 by 0.4 eval bucks over 3-1. Okay. Well, it's still chopping. So anyway, 2-1 is fine. It takes only move is takes. And now redropping on 2-1. Okay, perfect. He dropped the pawn. Oh, I didn't take. Oh. Wait, what? No, this can't be right. This can't be right. It's got to be it's got to be a depth issue. Okay, at depth 17 now, 3-9 silver is climbing pretty far ahead. But the fact that silver takes is even remotely possible doesn't seem right. Wait, what? No. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I have got to keep that in mind. I have got to keep that idea in mind. Huh. So so that rook drop is a blunder. Wow. Okay. All right. Oh, this is great stuff. This is great stuff. This is great stuff. All right. All right. And I do want to see at the end. I do want to see. You know, I know that this is mate, but I still want to see it. I still want to see it. And I'm not looking at I'm not looking at the eval. The lines are already there, I'm sure, because it says mate 9. Night drop? No. Night drop? He can't come forward because I take. So night drop, rook 9-4. Silver? Night drop. Silver drop. King up. Silver back. Wait, no. No, then I've blocked my rook. Okay. Night drop. Night drop. King 9-4. Bishop. No. Should I just drop the knight here? I mean the silver here? Boy, boy, this is bad now. This is bad. Knight. He runs. Pawn up? No. Or what about just take the pawn? Knight runs. Silver takes, takes, takes. Back, run. Not good. Hey, Adrian Shogi, so drop 8-5. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying. That is so takes. So knight drop, king over, silver 8-5, king takes, dragon takes. Or do I dragon takes, king takes the knight. Don't like that. So silver drop, king takes, knight or silver back, king up. If the king goes back, bishop. Bishop. Rook over. I mean, king over drops, or if he runs. All right, so I'm going to... So the question is, I guess maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. So if he goes up here, it's bishop, and that's going to be mate. Wait, or is it? Is it? Is it? He can't go this way. Yeah. So that's it. And then, you know, this is just going to be... All right. So is that it? Silver 8-5 first. What okay. So the mate 9 is both silver 5 or 7-5 knight and 8-5 silver. Okay. Okay. So 8-5 silver. So if we do 8-5 silver first, yeah, obviously it's not Tsume, but knight won't work. So we takes. And then what? And then what? We've got one knight. This doesn't feel right. Can't go here. Can't go here. If I drop... Oh, okay. So I can drop one of these to the side, I think. And whatever side he takes, I drop the knight on the other side. I drop on this side so it protects here. Well, no, that doesn't. So bishop. So what is that? That's what? How many is that? That was mate 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. That's it. So all right. So that was it. So what? Knight or silver? Let's say they do this. 7-4 bishop. Okay, 7-4 bishop. That's what I did not do. I did 7-5 bishop. Now it turns into mate and 10. Okay. Okay. So, woo! Woo! What is going on here? Oh, I'm glad he just resigned. I'm glad he just resigned. I think I would have fallen into the mate. I think he would have fallen into a mate, but I'm glad he just resigned. So what is the move here? Wait, 7-4. Oh. Oh. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Oh, gosh. Was that... Okay, the better defense for him was 6-6 knight. Oh, no, that's not a defense. That's just attack. Okay. All right. All right. The Hishi idea makes him to defend. You like the Hishi when there's no counter. What you love about the game, there's always a better move. Yeah, there's always a better move whenever I'm playing, anyway. So let's say he did this. Is mine Tsume though? So my line, and then what did I say? I said silver 8-5. Silver 8-5 turns it into a mate in 11. 8-5 bishop turns it into mate in 7. But let's do this. And then I did this. Oh, gosh. Wait, what is his? He can't take now because the silver drop is mate. I saved the silver. Save the silver. Save the silver, save the world. 8-4 bishop. Now what am I looking to do? 8-6. Oh, 8-6. 8-6 is just mate. Yeah. Okay, so this was Sumero. That's a reference we haven't heard in a while. What? Save the silver, save the world. How long ago is that? When was that show? When was that show? All right, enough of this. When was that show? It feels like it has to be at least 15 years. Yeah. One other thing. Just because the only reason I'm belaboring this game is because it feels so instructional for the types of games that I play. So okay, the engine wants to get rid of the engine wants to get rid of the horse first. I mean, my move wasn't terrible, but it was not ideal. And okay, my move was good. And now it's mate in 15. Oh, I could just take it. I could just take it now. Now it's back to mate in 15. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. I'm going to, it has only been 30 minutes, but I'm already out of tea. So I'm going to get some more before the next one and then be right back. All right, be right back. Sorry about that. All right, back. Hey, Nin World, nice to see you. Do I have Urashino tea? No. I am using Ito and Sencha tea today. The Urashino tea shot. So I on Sundays at the club, the East Bay Shogi Club. It's at a great coffee shop. They've got like honestly great coffee. And so I have coffee, but like at some point I don't want to have like 3 or 4 cups of coffee, or 3 or 4 big, relatively, well, 12-ounce cups of coffee. What? And as I'm on my 3rd or 4th shogi game, and so I was going to get some green tea. I thought green tea would be great, but they wanted $5. They wanted $5 for a green tea. Their coffee is less than, so the coffee, which is, it's still, I would still say is relatively expensive, is $4.25. They just bumped it by a quarter. So $4.25 for the coffee. Refills are, depending on who gives it to you, are $2.25, $3.25, or $4.25. But either way, I've got my cup, and I'm like, oh, I'll just get a tea, and then I see it's $5. Like, okay, well, I'll just get a refill of coffee. But the thing is, like, even if they're using nice loose leaf teas, the cost of a tea is less than coffee, because there's no equipment. They're at least using equipment on the coffee and some labor. The tea is just like, here's some hot water, here's some tea leaves, or here's a bag of tea. I've had my share of teas that I've gone and gotten at a place, and they're premium priced teas, but it's like, it's a bag of tea. It's a bag of shavings. What do they call it? Twigs and shavings? I can't remember what the term of art is for the bags that don't have full tea leaves. And it's like, I know you can get a box of 20 of these at the grocery store for $5. Anyway, I don't know how we got into the tea talk. But somehow I rambled. All right, let's get this going. Get this out of here, and we're back. All right. Vexel Cafe, nice to see you. You love talking coffee and tea. That was entertaining. I adore talking coffee and tea. I love coffee. So I have been a coffee lover since the late 90s, I guess. Which isn't that long, compared to some people. But there was an old, I assume it still is in existence, a coffee news group. Or bulletin board. Websites they used to have, like, before Reddit, or they had their own focus of forums and things like that. And so it was called Coffee Geek, GEEK, coffeegeek.com. It was basically a bunch of coffee nerds like me, people who like coffee, going there and chatting and talking about. This is before people were just doing all sorts of roasting. This is before it was so easy. Aframba Go, I see, followed 35 minutes ago. Somehow I missed that. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you if you're still here. Hopefully you didn't follow and are like, this jerk didn't even respond to my follow. I hope you didn't say that. I hope you're still here. But I apologize for not seeing that. Coffee Geek is still running. Okay, awesome. So I started learning. This is before anyone was doing latte art. This is before anyone was doing pour overs. This is before anyone was doing sort of real home espresso. But Coffee Geek started, and there was one of the, just talking about the business and roasting, and people exchanging a lot of equipment discussion and recommendations. And I learned about David Schomer, who is really one of the pioneers of American, well, maybe even world, but like world espresso and latte. He has a place in Seattle, at least a couple places. But anyway, at the time, I think he just had one. It was called Espresso Vivace. Cafe Vivace? Espresso Vivace? Oh my gosh. Vivace, I believe, is what it, Vivace. And I think he's still there, but I'm not sure, because I haven't been there in 5 to 10 years to the location in Seattle, and I had seen him there. And I had mentioned, thank you. I so much of what I knew, but anyway, that's started getting into espresso machines and grinders and all this kind of stuff, and was making latte and practicing and studying how to make this latte art. So I was making latte art, before cafes were doing it. And, so it was just a bunch of us nerds on Coffee Geek that were doing that kind of stuff. And then it started hitting off. And there was this great Vancouver cafe called Cafe Artigiano. My understanding is that they've dropped off as they got so big. But Cafe Artigiano was the first major coffee shop that I ever went to. And it was where there was a line out the door, and they were just pouring beautiful latte art and making it just the perfectly textured milk and foam. And there's a follow, Vexel Cafe. Thank you. And you were in the Netherlands. Oh no, coffee shop. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of that, but so long story short, I was a member of that, and then kids came and stuff started going by the wayside, and I stopped doing that. I still would make lots of I still would do espresso, but at some point, we had in our kitchen, we had my big machine. I had an Expo Bar Brutus, which at the time I believe it was like the first or one of the first sort of prosumer double boiler. Well, I had this big espresso machine in there, and then a humongous two big grinders. What was I can't remember I still have one of them, which is the smaller size, smaller of them, which is the Rancilio Rocky or Rancilio. I don't know how you pronounce it. But then there was another one, the Matzer. I don't know if they're still around. But anyway, it was an expensive machine that I eventually sold to someone. And anyway, love that. But, sometimes it's, so coffee is huge for me. Coffee has always been something. But, I try to get into tea. I've tried so many times to get into tea. I just don't love it. It doesn't have the same mouthfeel, doesn't have that same, to me, sort of rich flavor that coffee has. It doesn't have that same, there's something about it on a crisp morning. For me, there's something about on a crisp morning, having a cup of coffee and just holding that coffee, just sort of savoring it and drinking it and reading your news, watching a video. Like today I was watching some... Yeah, I had a commercial Matzer. Yeah, because at the time there wasn't all that much good prosumer / consumer gear. Like in those days, it was not very good. Outside of getting the commercial stuff. Yeah. So coffee is like real. It's real important to me, but over time now, I have with many fits and starts of trying to like tea. I've gotten all sorts of loose leaf teas from all over. I love bubble tea, but I don't consider that in the same category as coffee and tea. That's a separate, like tapioca based beverage almost. Which I love and I make. I make that and enjoy that, but I don't consider that in the same conversation. But so I've tried all these loose leaf teas, all these recommended things, and I'm okay with it, but I don't really like it. But honestly, this Ito En green tea, I really like it. It's just a tea bag. It's not loose leaf tea. It's just the twigs and shavings or whatever, just the fine. It's like finely, it's ground in there. Not stuff you would consider to be the highest of quality of teas. But I really like it for whatever reason. Whether it is somehow this relationship to shogi, maybe there's some sort of mental thing that's making me like it more. But I really enjoy it. Not quite to the same level of coffee, but I really enjoy it. Especially since in the morning now, I am drinking decaf coffees. Just because I would normally drink many cups of coffee every day. Many cups of coffee. And because caffeine never really seemed to affect me. If anything, so I'd be drinking espresso at night as a way to calm me down before going to bed. But lately it's gotten to the I think it is causing sort of a jitter, sort of jitter type thing, and the things that people normally report, like sort of headaches. So I've been doing decaf for a while now, like 6 months to a year, and I do pour overs. I don't have any of my espresso equipment. I don't have any of that. Do I have recommendation a good decaf? So right now, the best decaf, in my opinion, that I can seem to find consistently locally is Counterculture Slow Motion. Counterculture Slow Motion is what I get it. And I do a pour over with it. With the Hario V60 cone. And I like it. I like it. We have I have a sister-in-law in my wife's sister is in Toronto, and they started a few years ago, knowing how hard it is for gifts and stuff like that, knowing that I like coffee. They got like a subscription. It was like a 3-month subscription or something like that to it's called, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm blanking on this name. It's a Canadian, it's one of those subscription clubs where they send you like a pound of beans or whatever every month. Oh my gosh, I can't remember this. It's a Canadian company. So you get a different Canadian roasters blend with a piece of paper talking about it. A blend, their roast. A bag of beans from a different Canadian roaster, and there's information about it. And so for me now, like that's a Christmas gift. For me. It's crazy. Christmas, in my mind, officially begins when we receive that first bag from them, and the Christmas holiday season ends when I've gone through those beans. When I've gone through all the beans, it's amazing. It's like it is so funny. It's hey, I forgot. Nice to see you. It's so those are real. Those are not decaf, and there's such an obvious difference. That's so you say the best that you've found so far is Merit Coffee's sugarcane decaf. Ooh. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check. They definitely don't have that. So one thing I have been doing is and this is kind of lame, but it's getting me through the day, especially since my decaf doesn't hit that same high, so I'm a little less demanding for it. So I go to Whole Foods, I see whatever is the freshest and on sale, and it's almost always Counterculture these days, fortunately, because that is by far my favorite that I've had in this area. I am no longer ordering. I'm no longer mail ordering coffee. Just because it's a little too expensive. For me, it's a little too expensive for decaf. So I don't do it. But I will try this Merit. I'm going to write it down. Merit, so I don't forget it. Merit Coffee's sugarcane decaf. Speaking of that, one thing I didn't mention is that I live in Chicago, or lived. I lived in Chicago. I've been in California now for 13, 14 years. But I was in Chicago. In Chicago, like Schomer, I was saying David Schomer kind of created this culture in America, this American coffee culture. Intelligentsia is one of the very first of the big roasters that were really doing it right. Roasters, trainers. They were one of the first shops doing latte art, that kind of stuff. And their coffee was incredible. And when I was making espresso, their espresso, Black Cat, which famous Black Cat, is the one that I drank the most. But I was getting a lot of mail order stuff, a lot of from different roasters. There was this Paradise Roast. I'm sure a bunch of these are out of business at this point. These days, it's once a company has gotten so big, I have no idea if they're still good. Because it's hard for me now to get Intelligentsia pretty fresh here unless I ordered it directly from them. It's such a big difference to have coffee in the first week versus the second week, and then versus the third or fourth week. At least for ground, for ground. For coffee that you're going to grind, it's a pretty big difference. Some coffee, I really enjoy. I really enjoy some pre-grounds. There's that one that has chicory in it. It's almost so much like a different drink to me. It's that Du Monde, Cafe Du Monde, kind of famous from the South. Have I had white coffee? No, never. Is that something with milk? I only drink it black. I don't put milk. I haven't made lattes in years. I used to, Intelligentsia, just like Vexel Cafe spelled it. You used to do Cafe Du Monde for their Vietnamese style coffee. For making Vietnamese. That would be a good idea. That would be a great idea. I haven't made Vietnamese style coffee in a long time. Because I watch my sugar as much as I can because I cannot kick this ice cream habit. And so I need to limit that sugar because my sugar is already coming in the form of ice cream many times. And so I don't make sugar drinks. Like I said, I do make bubble tea, and that does have sugar. But we have been getting bubble tea. My kids and I, we get with zero sugar, whatever drink we have, zero sugar, less ice, and boba. Obviously, the boba is drenched in a syrup, so there's going to be sweetness coming from that boba, but we don't add any sweetness to the tea. And then when I make it, of course, I don't add sweetness to the tea, but there is the syrup that you make to be able to bathe the boba in. Yeah. Speaking about Japanese coffee, Ivan, one of the I wasn't expecting much when I went to Japan. I was not expecting much in terms of coffee. Basically, when I leave the United States or certain parts of Canada, I don't expect a good coffee. So my expectations were very low. But they did a pour over of what they call the Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain it's one of those gimmick kind of things, I think, on a lot of times. But anyway, they made this coffee. It was one of the best pour overs that I have ever had, and it was a little shop that she had in a department store on the edge of a mall. I can't remember where it was. It might have been Skytree. Double saw. You do no sugar, half ice. We do no sugar, less ice. Less ice is what we do for our boba. No sugar, less ice. Less ice depends on the place. Is typically 25 to 50% ice. So that coffee was mind-blowingly good. I could not believe it. Sometimes when you go in with low expectations, that contributes to feeling like something is better than it actually is. But I think at this point in my life, I'm pretty good at being unjaded and unbiased by those things. And it was awesome. Wait, what is the unrespectful thing? Wait, what? What about the what is unrespectful? Wait, what? Yeah, so it was good. It was really good. And yeah, so I like trying coffee in different places. But these days I am mostly a pour over coffee drinker. I don't do espresso often. If I go to a nice shop that I've heard of before, I might order a shot of espresso, try it, and then get whatever other get something else because I still like it. I still like it a lot, and especially if it's prepared well. That's the thing is it's hard as coffee has increased. The odds of getting a decent espresso seem to have increased, but oddly, it feels like the getting a great espresso has decreased. It seems to me, but that could be limited sample size because, like I said, these days I enjoy the ritual of making and drinking a larger cup of coffee. So anyway, lots of coffee talk, coffee talk, coffee talk. Now I'm thinking about coffee. Now I am thinking about coffee. I experiment with different types of pour overs too. I still like to experiment. It's not as rewarding with decaf because even if I really like these decaf beans, it's still not the same. It's never going to be as good as. It seems like it's never going to be as good as a pretty darn good undecaffeinated. White beans, coffee made from beans that have only been very lightly roasted, so it's not as dark. Oh, interesting. Well, I generally go for lighter roasts. I think that is. I think that's pretty common in the sort of coffee snob. Not to be a coffee snob because I drink bad coffee too. I drink and enjoy bad coffee. Obviously not as much as good coffee, but it's the light roasts that are the ones that really seem to bring out the flavor of coffee. So if white coffee is even lighter than white roast, I would love to try it. Because there was a guy at work, a former manager of mine when I was in the Midwest. He wasn't a coffee guy, but the way I was talking about coffee, and he just kind of liked to listen to me talk about coffee. He kind of got the bug, and because he was kind of a gadget guy, he started trying to roast. And he got to the point where he was selling, like at farmers markets, he was roasting coffee and selling his coffee. And he was making, so he would make some roasts, and then he would give them to me. He got a big bag of green beans, and would roast and then just give it to me to test. And some of them were so lightly roasted, they almost had like a green taste to them. And I thought they were delicious. I thought they were absolutely delicious. And I'm curious if that is similar to what white is. So that's the thing that might have more caffeine than normal coffee. That is the thing with lighter roasts, I think in general, is that at least speaking for me, and I think this is universal-ish, the light roasts will hit you. Like a good light roast, I think, will sometimes hit you. So if you've had like a couple cups of a fresh light roast, you might be like hit in the forehead or hit in the head, feeling like you've got that. I don't want to say buzz because I don't know. I've never been drunk. I've never been on drugs, so I don't know what a buzz is. But that is my closest approximation to what I assume it is, where you just kind of get this like pressure in your head. And light roasts will do that, whereas dark roasts, like the stuff that you get at the mainstream places, it's just you're getting a lot of carbon because they're just burnt. They're really burnt beans. Speaking of this topic, David Schomer had written extensively about it in the past, when he was talking about setting up coffee shops and the coffee business. And a lot of that, that burnt, that taste, that dark roast taste that Starbucks and Peet's and these companies have cultivated. They've cultivated this dark taste in people's mind to be like, this dark taste is the premium taste. And again, this is just what some people are saying that I'm regurgitating. I don't know this is 100% fact, but it sounds truthy. So I assume they're right. And, these people who say these things know a lot about the coffee business. But, the dark roasting, it stemmed from the fact that when you have a large operation, you cannot keep the beans fresh. So you have to burn them. You have to turn them into carbon so that they'll grow stale less quickly. Because, if there's nothing better than fresh beans, but unfresh beans are pretty darn bad. Get pretty bad pretty quickly. So if you over roast them a bit, you get that carbon, and you protect the staling process a bit, and then it'll last longer. So you can have a nationwide country of coffee. You can have a nationwide chain of coffee that tastes the same everywhere you go, which is that franchising or that big chain. That chain ideal is that wherever you go in the world in that chain, it tastes the same. And so Starbucks has done this amazing job of taking this negative, which is burning the beans, and somehow converting people into thinking that is the premium taste. And it's amazing. It's like they used to be a phenomenal business. I didn't like their coffee very much, but speaking of pour over, one thing that when I was at Cafe Artigiano back in 2000 between 2003 and 2005, I think I was there, and they had, I think that was it. They had a device called the Clover One, which was basically this revolutionary machine that did what it was like a single cup kind of, but it did the pour over type process, and it made better than drip, it made great coffee. Although I love drip, so I don't want to say better than drip, but it made this great rich coffee that the kind you get with a pour over. But my understanding is Starbucks bought, so Cafe Artigiano had one of those, and Starbucks bought it. So all of a sudden, this equipment that was going to revolutionize the indie indie coffee world by allowing people to make this tremendous coffee with a machine, was now gone. And so my understanding is that that's where pour overs came from, is that making do with what you could do is taking this funnel and replicating what the machine's doing, and the rest is history. And pour over is everywhere, and it's incredible, and it's cheap. I've got, for my wife and for me, in the morning we've got the two V60s, these Hario V60s. The Japanese have mastered it and made this device, and they're just cheap. They're cheap. You can get a couple on Amazon. They were when I bought them, they were probably between $10 and $20. Yeah, a few select Starbucks use the Clover. Yeah, there is by us out here in Cupertino. In Cupertino, there is a what is it called? I think it's called Starbucks Reserve. I think it's called a Starbucks Reserve, and it's like it has a black front. It's like like Amex Black. It's like the black Prestige. So it's a black frontier facade, I think, of this Starbucks, the Starbucks Reserve, I think it's called. And they have the regular stuff, and then they have a sidebar with a list of coffees and other drinks that you can get, and they're more expensive. They're like I don't remember. I've only had it from there a couple times, and they were like $8 to $10. Like they were obscene. But you know, all that Cupertino money, you know, it's nothing for people. So I got one of those, and I picked a bean, and obviously the bean matters so much, but it's made on the clover, and it was very good. It was a very, very good drink. I mean, not as good as like a high-end, you know, independent shop doing pour overs. You're not as good as some of the pour overs that I make. You know, I'm still not perfectly consistent, but you know, I think my highs are better than that clover. You know, and I expect that some of it's due to the, you know, I don't know how fresh their beans really are, but anyway, it was great. It was great. It was just completely overpriced, but it was way better than a normal Starbucks thing. But yeah, those still do exist. You had an unopened bag of coffee that you got for free that's been sitting in your cabinet for about 2 years. Decided to open and brew it. There's something unpleasantly off about it. Well, that unpleasantly offness about beans that have gone stale is just is real rough. And you know, I say that let me just see what this is. Sorry. I usually don't have that off. We have the heck is this? Oh, we have rats. The rats are back, and so I have a rat guy coming out later this afternoon, hours from now. So I just wanted to make sure that wasn't them. But what was I talking about? Oh, the off beans. You know, I'll drink anything. You know, I'll drink machine coffee. I'll drink anything, and I'll be able to find enjoyment of it. But if I've got a bag of beans, the whole beans that have gone stale that I grind and try to make, it gets this. It's like there's a very strange. I can't find the word. There's a word for it. I can't find the word, but it's gross. It's gross, and I don't like it. But like, you know, if you get a bag of ground beans that, you know, that have been sealed and, you know, and kept for a while, even like those don't get that. So as long as it's sealed, but if it's like one of these staled, like a lot of the beans I get they're in a brown bag, or, you know, they're not air sealed. Long story short. And you know, if those just go bad, they get that funk, and I do not like it. So anyway, I wonder how many Starbucks reserves are there still. So you say there's one in Chicago, there's one out here in Cupertino, or at least it used to be. I assume it is, because I don't drive past that very often. Oh, they're like 6, only like 6. Wow. It really is reserved. How did you like it? Like I said, the one I had was really good. It just overpriced. You know, I would never pay that. I would never pay that for it was more of a, oh, you know what that was? That was the day they sent us home. Yeah. That was the day they sent us home for COVID. I think that was the day that they sent us home. I think my coworker and I, like he needed a ride. He needed a ride to a different location to get a bus because you know, they sent us home, and it was you know, not he I think was living in San Francisco at the time, so he took the company shuttle. But the company shuttles, the schedule that they run at that time pretty much required that he had to go somewhere else. So I drove him, but on the way, it's like, why don't we try this place? So we tried it. They brewed in a siphon brewer. Oh, wait, you mentioned the Hario switch. You mentioned the Hario switch. I have been looking at that. How is it? How is it? You know, I love the simplicity of the V60. The switch adds a little complexity to it, and I was wondering if maybe I should just stick to what I have. I am curious because I've heard some good things about it. But like at the same time, I just don't know how you can almost improve on some of the pour over stuff, you know, that I've had. Pretty good, or it's still the siphon brewer. Anyway, I'm curious. I'm curious. Well, if I'm in New York, and I'll have to try that dessert place with the white coffee, because I have literally never heard of white coffee. You've been finding that normal percolation pour overs can be quite thin. With the switch, you get the option of adding some immersion, which you can give it some interesting. Oh, you lead an article on Discord. Awesome. Thank you. I look forward to that. I mean, if it isn't obvious, I love this stuff. I love this stuff. Even if I am so far removed from that coffee world, I still just have my toe in it just because I love making it every day. And you know, reading about it, if someone does say something, it was such a disappointment. There's a famous coffee YouTuber. I mean, I'm sure there were a bunch of them now, but there's one of them. I believe his name is Hoffman. I can't remember his name now. The British guy with the he's a young guy, but he's got white hair. And James Hoffman, yeah. And he's had a really good channel over the years. I don't know how it's changed, but anyway, he wrote a book, and he was offering it with autograph signed. So he was pre-order signed book, and I thought this is going to be a great gift for my brother. So I ordered a couple copies, and their shipping was a poop show. I won't say the whole thing. You know, the way it was handled, and then the delays that happened in shipping after it had already gone out in England. I think it ended up getting it a little late as the gift, and to make it worse, because it was months. Like I got the gift. You know, it was supposed to be available months before, but got it, and the signature was his signature on a sticker, and the sticker was placed in the front page. So I don't buy many autographed books, but I will never buy another autographed book again, sight unseen, if that's how it's done. I was so disappointed, and I was almost embarrassed to give him this gift, because I am not a good gift giver. Anyone who sort of knows me will know this. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at giving gifts, and I thought it was going to be a great gift. And you know, it's still a nice book. I barely read it though, just because I was so bummed out. And then he was unresponsive about it. You know, I emailed and just nicely just saying, you know, this was really disappointing. You know, next time maybe consider I was just trying to make a helpful comment, like not even asking for anything, you know, because there's nothing really to fix it. You know, the gift was given. He didn't respond, and then anyway, he deleted. Anyway, that was nasty. So I haven't really liked him as much since then. My Hoffman, I'm off my Hoffman kick, but we'll see. All right. I should play. Anytime I talk for like an hour, I am always afraid of how my next game is going to be. I don't think I ever really go on one of these hour-long or 45-minute long talks and then play well after. So this will be another data point for us. I love coffee. Long story short, I love coffee. And I'm done with my tea again.
あなたが後手です。
Mega Nepenti
対局開始。
55. Go go. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉野流
Okay, so he's doing the yeah. This is very fast. This opening is, for whatever reason, it is so stressful to me. Wow. He's got 2 pawns. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just not. I'm looking at gold drop. He goes back. He dropped the gold. He goes back. Then pawn drop. He jumps. Is that too heavy? Can I drop a gold here? Do I drop a pawn here and then he Tatakis me? I think I've got to defend. I think I've got to defend. Yeah.
7分
How can I think I've got to get this silver up. Interesting position. Very interesting position. I don't think I've ever been in this similar thing here. pushes. I come up. He comes down. Oh. Okay, well, I can defend that. I can definitely defend that. So I'm not terribly worried. So can I drop a silver here? Is that worth it? No, no, it's not. So what if what if I drop a silver here? Takes, takes, takes. That's nice. That is nice. Uh, so if I take, he takes.
5分
How do I defend? How do I defend? Can I defend? Is there no way to? What can I do? What can I do? Ah, boy. Come up. Ugh. Take, take. Gold drop? No. Gold drop? No. Bishop? Ah. I can't make a move. I can't make a move. It's I think it's just over. I do think it's over. Yeah, I think it's just over. Be snazzy just to take that horse through that knight. I think the rook just takes. Hey Carmike, nice to see you. Yeah, I just didn't see any other move, and I have no time. I spent minutes on that. I just saw no other move to make. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's resign. Nice game. Nice game. So I felt great until it wasn't. You think I could just play bishop 8-8? Bishop 8-8. Bishop 8-8. Did I?
Win. Current streak is 1 win.
So
loss. Current streak is 1 loss.
Bishop 8-8. Why didn't I see it? Why didn't I see it? Why didn't I see it? It wasn't, it just didn't even pop in my mind. That's got to be the move. Oh,
5三銀
this was also a consideration. This definitely was a consideration. Because I wanted to take and then... Oh, I did not expect this. I was going to just blast in. Oops. So what is this line? Wow. Oh, the knight jump. The knight jump hits the rook. Oh, that gives me a move. That gives me a move. That gives me a move. I mean, I could have used that potentially in this other one. So anyway. Do I have anything here? I don't think the bishop does anything. Like I've got to be able to deal with this. I've got to be able to deal with the tataki. Like you know, I considered this. But then I suspect this is just going to be dead. So maybe I drop the pawn. I drop the pawn. So if he wants to protect it, he comes up. But maybe it's more likely that he tatakis me here. Yeah, I think maybe it's more likely that he does this now. So let's say I take. Let's say I take. I'm going to lose this rook. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. He cannot do this. He cannot do this. Well, yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Because his bishop is defending. Pawn drop. So I can jump the pawn. Bishop takes. I get. Oh, hold on. No. All right, no. I just mate. So he can't take. He can't take. So the mate is just on the side. The mate's on the side. Apologies if. Okay. I didn't show you saw it. So is that? Would that have been it then? If he does that, then I just come in, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, he can't. He can't do this. He can't do this. So I promote. He runs. I come up. Not sure what I do here, but I guess I just take the lance. Maybe this is going to be difficult. So was this the... Oh, bishop 8-6. Oh, forgot that we can get bishop 8-6 out there. So was this the right idea? This feels good to me. This feels good. You know, I took away his defensive gold. He took away my attacking silver. We traded pawns. But he's got this It's got this strong, like, battery here. Would it also be worth this? Well, no, because I don't think he would run here. So what I was going to say is, if he runs here, I can do this. But if he runs here, then I'm stuck with this pawn drop idea. Or do I just do that? I think I like that. I think I like that. Well, no. So if he did this, and I tried that, then he just Tatakis me. All right, one more Kishin ticket. One more. Just going to see what it
任
says.
せろ。
6四歩。これは互角です。
What? What? We block our bishop? We block our bishop so that he comes in this file, which I sort of had an eye on anyway. I bring the silver up. He comes up. And this is where the line ends. Yikes. But this is coming. Oh, my bishop is ah. Wow, that's tricky. That's a complicated shogi position, boy. All right, well, that is it. That's it. I'm going to take a quick little bio break, and no more tea. No more tea. I'll refill the water though. Be right back. Good game. All right. You say in your Urashino games, you focus on the 3-4 square as well. When you're going against Urashino Ryu. Oh, 2-4 or 8-3. When you're going against it. It was definitely rough, or a little different because I didn't have this pawn up, which is odd. All right, let's get out of here. Oof, dropped a bunch of rating on that one. Let's see, are we gonna dip? Are we gonna dip back? You wrapped your W. Oh, yeah, hold on. Cancel. You wrapped your. Yes, I saw that. I saw you were going to have a game. I saw that you were going to have a game. Let's get in here. Oh, totally forgot now because I saw it this morning. There it is. I saw the top game. Let's link into this. Oh, this is too done. Where's the game? Ah. Oh, it starts at the beginning. Ooh, spoiler alert. Foradun has won. You've got Left Mino. Oh boy, yeah. You got the. Is this mate? This is not mate though, right? This is not mate yet, is it? They can go here. Oh, and then it's mate there. Oh, nice. You weren't the cleanest? Well, it's Shogi. Oh my goodness. They tried to run? Whoa, this is surprising. Wait, so did they have a better move here? Like they don't have a gold or silver, or they don't have a gold. Like if they had a gold, taking would be fine. You know, they could, if it was a gold, something like this, I think. Although that would still be a good trade for you, but oh, that's a nice move. So the idea would be here you take and you have enough. Do you have enough? Hold on. I mean, yeah, I mean this one obviously, but is there a cleaner Tsume here? Yeah, this is mate with the gold. Well, with the rook. So if he runs, is there? Is there a fancy way to tsume this? Gold drop, king takes, rook over, king over. Horse. Yeah, oh, wait, hold on. King over. Gold over. He has to take. There it is. Wait, I think that's it. Wait, it was just, wait, there was an easier way? Hold on. Wait, was there? Oh, wait, not here. So if he runs. Oh, the same idea that I was trying to set up by walking over, I could have just done that. This is why I get dirty flagged. Congrats on the win. Congrats on the win. Let's that's not the page I wanted to see. Let's reload the recent pages. Oh, so the recent game has only been yours today. Okay. So that is Division C. And that is week 3, month 3, I believe. Okay. And there's the win. There's the win. So no pressure on panic now. Oh, it was an opening win. Let's look at it. What is this? What is this? What is this? Is this preparation for Gangi? Is this Gangi? Hey, Skykeeper, nice to see you. Is this Gangi? Why would a static rook player? Okay, you think it's probably Kramer Castle? Okay, and there we go. There we go. Is this reclining silver, or does it have to be here? I always thought that reclining silver meant the silver was like in the armchair of the couch. 80% Gangi, 20% Yagura. Okay. Reclining is 5-6. Ah, okay. 5-6. Does this pawn have to be up, though? Like, for it to be reclining silver, does pawn have to be on pawn 6-6, 4-6, and 5-7? And then the silver on 5-6? And if that is reclining silver, what is it when the silver goes to 3-6? What is the name of 3-6? I don't think that's bogeying. Kusari Gamagin. It's not common. Oh man, it feels like I get that against me a lot. Maybe just against Urshin or Ryu, it's a thing. This is interesting. Yeah, making this is It's a wars badge. Oh man. Oh, I should try to get it. So I don't know if you were here, Transport, or if, when I mentioned this earlier. Jack-o'-lantern has the idea that I should do a marathon of American Mukaibisha on July 4th, and so that's going to be the plan. He's going to write up some description of how of the main ideas about American bogeying, because he can read Japanese and translate. He's a great shogi translator. He's going to translate some of this stuff, and so I'm going to try to play it. It looks to me, I was trying to figure out how I get into the position, and it seems like it might be a little difficult, but I'll only get to do it versus static rook. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it requires some assistance from the opponent. I do show you say American Mukabisha is a little tricky to actually get it. If the opponent wants to, they can prevent it. Okay, and preventing it, is that pushing this pawn to 8-5, or also pushing 7-4? Like, is that? Because my understanding is the pawn's here. Oh, it won't let me edit. You've got the pawn here. You've got this pawn here, and the silver is here. How do I delete this? Anyway, yeah, and then the rook is over. You think I can get it consistently versus most static rook players? Okay. Well, I will try. I will definitely try. I just trying to imagine the machinations to get. Come on. Come on, I'm clicking. Uh-oh. Is my network down? Uh-oh. Am I still here? Am I still here? I think I'm still here. Is Shogi Wars still here? Okay. They're trying to figure out how in the world I get to this position without the opponent exchanging that bishop seems really difficult. Maybe if I start with quick Ishida and go into it, I can get it consistently. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. All right. All right. That'll be a plan. Quick Ishida, push the pawn, get the silver up, get the bishop up. I need to prevent 7-4. I need to prevent pawn 7-4, and I guess I need to prevent pawn 8-5. Yeah, my understanding is the engine does not like this, but like, you know, it's about the celebration. All right. Back to this. Back to this. So this is reclining silver. Reclining silver, no bishop exchange. He's about to go into, he is going to go into bogeying, it looks like. Whoa. There he's got his Kramer castle. Oh, the opponent can trade off that Ishida pawn for a small advantage? Oh, fascinating. I always thought that that would not be good for the opponent. I guess if you have the rook on the third file, is it all right? Like, would they want to do that? I always wait for the opponent to... I always wait for the Ishida player to engage that exchange. Wow, look at this. Look at this attacking Shogi. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Oh, this player's too cute. So I couldn't tell. I thought this was too done. I couldn't tell. I couldn't. Yeah, I guess. Oof. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Mamma mia. There's no possibility here of taking this silver, right? Nah, nah, nah. All right. Hmm. Oh, I like that. I like that. I was thinking, I was expecting something like this. Hmm. What just happened? My mouse started drifting. Not drifting like bad, but ooh, you're retreating. You're retreating your horse. You're retreating your horse. You're retreating your horse. That said, he's got 5 generals on this side of the board now. So maybe retreating the horse is the reasonable thing, especially since you're going to be able to get this. That gold is going nowhere. Huh. He's making things. He's getting he's making stuff happen. He's doing a nice flail here. Yeah, I thought you would drop the pawn instead of the lance. Yeah, boy, this is a nice flail. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this not a thing here? Oh no, no, because the mm. Huh. Yeah. I'm trying to guess at a move here. This is yeah, this is it's rook for and a gold though, right? And a gold. Or is this oh this is too good. This is oh okay, this would be mate. Okay. Or would it be? Hold on. Would that be? Not necessarily. Well, you can't drop it here because of the rook. You can't drop it here because of the rook. Hmm. Yeah, bishop 3/3 pushes him back towards that side. He's got to go down here, otherwise he loses his rook. Silver runs. Yeah. So how do we finish this? Not gold. Not gold. Not gold. Hmm. Yeah, do we want to though? If we do this and then what do we yeah, maybe this would be too weak. Yeah. Gold 8/8 is scary. Oh, something after this? Like I would think we'd maybe try to they'd try to do something like that. Or boy, there's so many possible moves here. Did you all review this point of the game? I'm curious. So if he does, if he does take that. a moment earlier for silver, drop a3. Oh, oh. Oh, interesting. So, like here? Oh, you only reviewed the opening. Okay. Oh, earlier. So what's the idea of silver a3? It's, I assume, to get the rook off of this rank. So if, what did he do? He ran. Tough. Gosh, shogi is so complicated. Well, complicated. It's difficult. I don't know about complicated. Ooh, well, you won the game. Congratulations. Let's get back. Let's get to wait. So I see another one. Also, maybe silver drop 4-5 instead of bishop 3-3 promote makes things a bit easier. So bishop 3-3 promote. That must have been much earlier. Oh no, that was. Oh, in that variation. Oh, 4-5, 4-5. I think effectively the same. Is it effectively the same? Because at least we're hitting this. And his rook doesn't hit it. But let's. Yeah, so what is he gonna do? It does seem either way it seems good to me. My only concern is that it still doesn't protect this path. Bishop drop 6-1. Wait, is that good? Now we get the... Knight drop 7-6. Yeah, knight drop 7-6 without the horse on 3-3. Knight drop 7-6. So if we do this, yeah, this is awfully scary. I think. Is this what we would do? Rook drop. Oh, so rook drop 4-4 and yeah, rook drop 4-4. Yeah. Well, ooh. What do we do to not lose the Oh, wait, yeah, rook drop 4-4. Yeah, the bishop, the silver is defending the knight. Like, this is gonna have to be mate, I think. It's gonna have to be mate. Right? I'm still thinking about this. I'm still thinking about this. Gold drop 6-2. King 7-3. Can't do this because the gold. You can't do this because the gold. Gold 7-2. Wait. Gold 7-2. Oh, gold 7-2. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. That's very cute. The king can't run. Rook has it. And now has to go here. All right. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Foradun read this. Foradun read this. That's why the opponent. That's why the opponent didn't take. This was all. This was in prep. This was all in prep. All right. All right. Let's minimize this. Let's get back to the Shogi Wars scene here, and then I'm gonna need another break. I'm drinking like a drunken sailor drinking non-alcoholic beverages, water and tea. I'm drinking a lot. So I will be right back. Gold 7-2 is a Tsume Shogi move. It does feel that way. It does feel that way. All right. I'm always a little, coming back from looking at other people's games. I'm always a little not starstruck. What's the word? Self-conscious. It's like, wow, they see all these good moves. When I watch someone else's game or when I watch someone else's review, it's like, wow, they see all these good moves. Would I have seen those? No, probably not. And it's just it's humbling, looking at other people's games. Yeah. So hopefully I can play a decent game here now. Self-doubting. I'm self-doubting. Okay, time check. 12:45. All right.
あなたが先手です。
They beat me before. Ichi
対
R.
局開始。
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉しの流。
You were more nervous today than usual. Was it sleep? Was it something else? The pause. I think I'd have rather brought my king over than the silver up. Maybe I should have exchanged off the pawn. That would have been nice. Then I could prevent that because I'd have two pawns. Yeah. Oh, that would have been better. So I would exchange off, taking my bishop back, come over, and then he couldn't have done that because I'd have two pawns. So after we exchange the pawn, I'd be able to tataki the rook and then take the free silver. Wait, I don't know if the free silver... Yeah, I'll have to think about that. Doing it. I think the engine likes this. I think Urshin Ryu channel does this. I want a lance. I definitely would like to have a lance. Okay. So I'll be hitting the rook, so I'll be able to get a pawn drop after. I'll be able to Tarifu, I think. Or drop a lance. Or straight up drop a lance. I think, yeah, the threat to bishop 5-3 here, or 5-7, I think I'm Sente. I could drop the lance. Nah. He's going to be able to Tataki. Oh, no, he won't. No, he won't. I mean, he will, but he doesn't have a silver. I think he should probably just take. Or no, because if I take, then he drops a pawn. Well, that's fine. So then I get the gold. Well, maybe not. You know, this knight is hanging. Tempted to drop a lance. Oh no, then he'll. All right, let's give that silver. I do have a lance potentially over here. Whoa. Do I want to drop a gold? Should I just run? Drop the lance? All right, we'll do this. We'll do this. I've got a rook drop coming too.
$7 分
All right, we'll come back. We'll come back. I think that's Sente. Maybe I should have just come back. I was thinking I'd come back here. You know, he still has to protect, and I still get my lance. It'd be interesting to see where, if I slowed down, that was a neat fork that he found there. It definitely was a neat fork. I think he's got to just... Well, no, he can't drop a pawn because I just dropped... Should I drop the pawn? What's the threat? What is the threat? Silver? Oh, silver. Then comes back? No. And then pawn. Silver, I come back. Pawn, take. He takes, I take. Then he gets a knight. All right, I'll take. $505 to $310.
$5分
All right. Drop a pawn on my head. No. So it's still defended. If he does, I can come over here. There you go, throw
これはもう一曲いくね。
Win.
PGA. Pawn
Current
drop
streak
first.
is 1 win.
Pawn drop 2-3 rather than bishop 5-7. Oh. Ah. Yes. Yeah, the bishop is hanging. I mean, the bishop cannot move. The gold, if the gold takes, I come back and expose the double attack. Yeah. That would have been probably a little, that would have gotten out of all that complication. So, wait, no. No. Wait, no. I'm going to lose my bishop. I mean, I still get the material advantage and break up the castle. If I drop the 2-3, he takes, I take. He takes, he makes his way into Coward Castle. I take, he drops. I don't know about this. Right? I'm not, my dragon, I don't have a dragon. All I did in this line is win a silver. But my attack is stopped. So I would also be thinking here of maybe doing this. Well, it's his move. Wait, is it his move? It's his move. It's not. So it's his move. It's his move now. So I think what I'd be looking for now. Oops, what just happened? Why would it do that? What? I can't do my arrows? Oh gosh, something happened with my... Is it on arrow? Hold on. Okay. Something happened with my... I must have pressed some sort of key binding that switched the thing. I've unlocked a new moveset, yeah. So I think this is the threat that I want to start making. Oops. Not that. The threat I want to start making is, this. So maybe that's fine. Maybe with that silver, But then he comes up. But then, so if well, it's his move. It's his move. So let's say he comes up. You know, the lance battery doesn't quite work. The lance battery doesn't quite work against the coward castle. I've seen Urshino Ryu channel try to do, you know, to apply pressure like this to this structure. Lance drop 2/7, bishop drop 6/6 works though. Lance drop 2/7. Oh shoot. So and then let's say he just does this. Lance drop 2/7 and bishop 6/6. So would that be enough? It's that diagonal. So let's say it's my move again. Let's say he pushes the pawn. I drop. Goes back. Oh, you would Lance takes 2/3. You would Lance takes 2/3, so the silver takes. So the silver takes, and then we get this. Hmm. I'm going to what so is from here, would he do something like this? Excuse me. And maybe I guess, and then I'm back, and then I've got this, and then I've got this. This is going to be way too good. Yeah. Okay. This is still going to be too strong. Okay. And I get another silver. Yeah, that looks real rough. Hmm. Okay. All right. Is that 2-1? Is that 2-1 or 3-1? Wait, oh, this runs into Lance drop 2/6? Oh, shoot. Shoot. Wait. My line does? Uh So and then we said just he's going to do this. I drop. And oh. Yeah. Ah. So I take the gold. King takes. I drop the gold. Pawn 2-3 promote. Silver takes. Or would I do this? I'm not sure what to do here. Oh, I could. Oh, I drop the gold. I dropped the gold. Drop this side. He goes over, or he goes up. Drop the lance. And now we're in. Now we're in. Now we're in. Oh, you would have taken the silver with the horse, or with the bishop, after King 3-1. So my rook is here. So I drop the gold. 3-1. Oh. Well, I mean, that's easy. If you want it easy. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. That's nasty. That's very nasty. Wish I would have seen that. I'm so happy to get that dual bishop. I didn't look for a better move. You know, when you see a good move, look for a better one.
あなたが先手です。
I didn't look for a better one. Kaminari, yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
嬉しの流
You think it was fine? Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. There's not much more I hate than Sodibisha. There's really not. Has this player beaten me already before? Curious. Let's get this up. All right. All right. So what do we do? What do we do? We attack the bishop's head. We get our knight up. We get our knight up. We get our rook up. There's bishop up. Okay. Ooh. Or get my knight up. Yeah. Tough. Tough spot. Very tight. I think I like this plan of getting my bishop over to 7 or 9-7. Mmm.
7分
Do I want to come up with this silver? $6.19. We're even on time. He'll come back. He'll come back, and then I'll drop the pawn. Do I have any other better move? This bishop? No. Do this. Do I trap the bishop? No, I do not. No, I do not. Maybe I should have dropped the pawn first. So I drop the pawn. Drop the pawn. He runs. I get the silver up. Now he drops that. Take. Pawn takes. Pawn.
5分
Takes. Takes. Do I open my diagonal? Oh, I wanted to take the with this piece. Ah! Oh, that's not the line I calculated. It's not the line I calculated. Good day, Emperor Rex. Nice to see you. Oh, wow. I'm down on the clock now. Silver drop. He comes forward. Night drop. And night drop next. Night drop next. I don't have a silver. I only have a gold. I can drop a gold and then promote. Or I drop the knight and then promote. Which forces the bishop exchange, sorta. Okay. Okay.
$3分
Night drop. He comes up. Gold. No. Three minutes each. 3 minutes each. A lance would be useful. I shouldn't have done this because he can come here, but I've got a pawn. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, this would have been better because then I could have captured the bishop. If he comes over there, I don't push the pawn. I just come up. No, because then he gets the fork. Then he gets the Waryuchi. No. I get the check. If he does that, I get the check. I have the intermediate move. Okay. Let's see. Knight.
$2分30秒
Okay. Let's drop the lance. Take the lance. He has this. Knight? A lance? Okay.
$2分
Right. Get our dragon in. What's he gonna do? Okay. Bring my rook up. My Yeah, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. Oh, he has this. He does have this. So I've got my
1
knight.
分30秒。
Okay, let's
田楽刺し。
Oh, I've never gotten that before. Never gotten that before.
$1分。30秒。 20秒。
I'm dead. Am I dead?
10秒。 時間切れ勝ち。
Arigatou gozaimashita. Yes. Don't. Yes. Ah! The power is coming through. Hey, Origa Moniwa. Mitra and dear, good to see you. Oh, man. You go take a shower. I am going to enjoy a nice... I'm going to enjoy a nice exterminator coming over to the house to take care of the rats. Woo! I'm shaking. I am shaking.
Current streak is 2 wins.
He really fought. I would have said, you know, until the very end, I would have said that might be one of the best games that I have ever played on 10 minute. Until the very end. I am going to use Kishin analysis. In fact, I am going to use a precise Kishin analysis. Shogi Wars feature. Shogi Wars feature. Let's take a look. 4 tickets. Okay, it is under analysis. Please wait for a while. Analysis continues even if the screen is closed. Okay, well, it's still analyzing. I want to see how it rates me. I didn't, as far as I know, I did not throw away any pieces early on. That impressive boom. 3Q! 3Q! Opening 5Q! 5Q! I would have been like 5 Don, more like. Game report. Bad move 6 times. What is going on? Oh, that's true. That's true. The end of the end game. Well, does the engine not? Yeah, I wouldn't have wasted. If I would have thought more about that, if I would have thought more, I would not have spent the 4 tickets because the end, the engine doesn't properly evaluate. How do we get back? The engine doesn't properly evaluate flagging moves. Like that was a perfect dirty flag. If I do say so myself, the technique was perfect. I had checks. I had a 3-second advantage, and I could have made 10 checks. Wait, can you translate? So let's take a look at if this is it. Let me get my phone. I'm going to use my phone because I can't select this text. So let's bring up Google Translate here. I am going to get the camera on. Endgame strength is an important factor that directly affects whether you win or lose shogi. So try to become stronger. Oh my goodness. Just patting me on the back, patting me on the head with like, all right, you pitiful American. All right. They should add a 7th skill to the radar. Dirtiness. They should. Well, no. The opponent got what they deserved. They weren't going to resign. They could have. The opponent could have just resigned at any point here. They had the option. That button is always available to both free and paid members. To both free and premium members. The resign button is available. Hey, Darkney, nice to see you. Bad move 6 times. Well, ignore this. This is not fair. This is not fair. Because those were textbook moves. The rapid translate. Yeah, the Google Translate is nice for this stuff. The game report seems to forget that exactly. I also captured a rook. I won the game, I captured a rook, and if I do say so myself, I had perfect endgame technique at the end, mechanical technique. My middle game did feel good. I would have expected higher than Showdown, though. So what did I miss? What was this? So it thought I was 100% here. It thought I was 100. It thought I was 100% here. Am I missing a tactic? Oh, that's not 100%. That's just how good the move is. Oh, yeah. So it doesn't give me, for 4 points, they didn't give me a graph. They didn't give me a graph at all? I'd still have to pay 2 Kishin tickets to get a graph? Wait, what is Kishin? I didn't use any Kishin. Average. Oh, this is the average. This is the average of my 10-minute full analyses. So I thought that there are others. I think there's a way in my page to show your fully paid analyses. Can you click the blunder at the end? Yeah. So I think they'll show the line. Yeah. Oh, I'll get a free 4-ticket analysis after the coaching game? Awesome. Awesome. What time is it? It's 1:41. The rat guys, the rat guys will be here. Well, there's a window, but I've got time. I've got time. So, well, I almost hesitate to look at this. I almost hesitate to look at this because this was just. Wait, what? I didn't do this. Oh, this is what it's suggesting. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, this is how you lose the game. This is how you lose the game, engine. You know, I'm playing with a mouse here. If I try to make these moves, I'm going to lose. So where's the other one? Is there another? Okay, so this one. Okay, so here, this is the first of them they give me. So 9-7 bishop they want. So the line here is 9-7, rook, run, up, promote. Oh, interesting that it's not. I would have guessed that this was. Oh, because the gold is there. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, so he gets the rook up there. I don't think the opponent is making any of those moves. I think they're going to take with the silver. Was there any other? Are the red ones? Are the red ones? Do they show Kishin analysis for it? No. How do we know that where there's Kishin? That they've got the Kishin analysis. Oh, it's a shame that it's evaluating at the end of the game. Oh man, that's an expensive feature to get so little out of it that it doesn't even give me the graph. What is this? Oh gosh. Oh, that opens up. That opens up. Oh, it tries to win an X. Oops. So that's like a share of some sort. So the AI goes to Kishin Analytics. I do get at least 1 ticket for free. What do you mean? I get at least, so I got 2 move evaluations, which are each 1 ticket. But I wouldn't have evaluated those. Those were, those were, those were, I would argue those were perfect moves. Shoot. All right. Well, gosh, I really don't want to I don't want to spend another 2 tickets on this one. I don't want to spend 2 tickets on this one, and I don't have enough time for a full review here before I need to get ready for the rat guys. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it. There was scratching. I heard scratching from the living room. I heard scratching in the general direction of the kitchen, which is also the general direction of sort of an outside storage area that's under the roof also. But I came out, started looking, and I saw the little rat head poking out from underneath one of the new roof tiles. Yeah, it definitely could be squirrels. This one was, unfortunately. I saw the little head and the little black eyes. He's just popping out there. It's like looking out the side of the house and this hole underneath the roof tile. Yeah, roof rats are a real problem out here. So we try to keep the trees down. But anyway. No need to gross people out if they don't like rats. Yeah, it's this area, the area was built on orchards. At least this is what I was told by like real estate agents 10 years ago, that the area is all built on former orchards and farm-ish land where all these rats and stuff like that thrive. And so they stayed, and it's just they're just part of the area. That's why we ended up getting, or one of the main reasons why we ended up getting a cat, is to try to keep them out of the house. And I don't know if the cat actually does anything like for rats, but we've had mostly good luck. Jinx, no jinx. Speaking of the cat, I've got a doctor appointment with her tomorrow afternoon, so around the same time. So it'll be a relatively short stream, I think, tomorrow. I don't think it'd be more than 3 to 4 hours, assuming I start at like 10. Oh, actually, it's going to be even less. No, because it's earlier. It's a 1:30 appointment. So yeah, but she's still having her issues, as we've discussed in the past. So get the rats taken care of today. Get the cat taken care of tomorrow. And at some point, I still have to do the coaching game. I wish they published a schedule, because it's not consistent at all. So I've got 3 days and 3 hours remaining for this. So I've got to get this done, and I want to stream it. I was hoping to create just a dedicated stream that could just be a single video on YouTube of my coaching game, but it's getting tougher and tougher to guess when these coaches are going to be available, because they don't publish the schedule. Wait, this has been close to a 3.5 hour stream and only 4 games. I guess we did the review as well. Oh, we did a lot of coffee talk. You saw Ladies Pro Online yesterday. Yeah, they're on pretty, it seems like they're pretty consistent at around 4 p.m. my time. And so I thought that was always consistent, but it's not, because I've been trying to track, because I would like to let people know a day in advance at least. You think I can wait? Oh, for a game, and they'll be notified. Okay. Oh, that would be nice. All right. Yeah, if it spends the tickets. Oh, that's tough too. Well, it would be a learning experience. But because of this rat thing and because of the cat thing, I think this is probably going to happen on Friday. So if they don't do it on Friday, I guess I'm just out of luck. Or I try on Thursday. And I just try on Thursday with no notice. Or I just record it. I record it on my phone and I play mobile and just share it, I guess, on YouTube. I don't know. I really don't know what to do because it's I should have done it last week. I should have tried to do it last week. Just other things. It's weird. I have nothing going on except for when I want to do something, and then it seems like there's something going on. So anyway, that's good. That's going to do it for today. Thank you, everybody. These games were fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun today. The coffee discussion was great. All the discussion is great. And I appreciate all the help. I will see you all later. I'm going to sit around now and wait for the rat guy to come, and hopefully he does his business. So thanks again. I will see you soon. Have a great remainder of the day, and take care. Bye.